Feeling good. Feeling good. I was recently named a fantasy football champion this week. Very
Hey,
excited about that. So
congratulations.
thank you, thank you. Very
Big one.
impressive.
Do you guys have a trophy, a money? You definitely have
Yes,
money.
there was some money exchanged.
Beautiful.
Which was it was very nice to get that. Yeah, it was more just it's with my friends from college, and I was in 2 leagues this year. It was the one league I did not want to lose. It was not an option to lose, and it was one thing to like at a certain point, I was just like, I need the playoffs to get here. I need the playoffs to get here just
Yeah.
now. I kind of felt like it was the same thing for this football season too. Like we're kind of watching the season unfold, and the more I watch people, I was just kind of like, I feel like I know who everyone is. I just want to get to the
Yep.
playoffs. I want to get all that cracking, but yeah, I'm excited to finally be here and be a champion, I guess.
Be a champion. You are a champion. 365 days you got before you're not a champion anymore. I could sadly say that I've never won my fantasy football league.
That's
It's
unfortunate.
it's a rough time actually. Actually, me, my dad, and my two brothers are all in the same fantasy football league. We started this league with like there's four of us, so eight other guys almost 20 years ago. Like I was like probably 8 years
Jeez.
old. Yeah, when we kicked this bad boy off. There was five of us at the beginning. My youngest brother wasn't even born yet. And we were playing fantasy football. It has since grown. As you could obviously believe or like tell, it is the most competitive, hard driven. Like I care about that more than I care about anything else in my whole life. You know, my marriage, the podcast, anything. You know, this fantasy football league takes the cake because I crave it so bad. And it's been around that long. Nobody, not one Strackbine has won it once. I came the closest last year. I was in the championship, lost. My youngest brother was in the championship this year, lost. We're 20 years straight. Strackbine has not taken home the trophy. It's actually super upsetting.
Yeah, like competing against family too, that adds like a whole
Oh,
nother well, and like as you and I, like as sports writers, I feel like we are expected to be like
very good.
on top
Yeah.
of our stuff. Yeah.
No.
And that's almost never how it works. Every year my family does a March Madness pool, and I covered college basketball a lot in college, and I would walk in, have all my research ready. I would think I was the man, and it's always like, 12th, 8th,
No,
15th.
there's
Yeah.
nothing you could do. You are so hyper focused. I think this is the thing that people don't get. You are so hyper focused on one team that you have no idea what's going on around you. Like none. People talk about it all the time. They're like, "Oh, you didn't make the waiver wire pickup here." I'm like, "Dude, I didn't even know he got hurt. Like I wasn't. It's Tuesday. I didn't even realize that they played on Sunday. I have no idea what's going on if you're not in the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, you know, you use that to your advantage sometimes when you're looking at the FanDuel before the games. But when it comes to fantasy football and fantasy sports, it's so difficult. Like it's terrible. But you're right. Like it's awful. And I was like young, like I was like 16, 17 years old, went out and bought like a full-sized Lombardi for this league because I was so like hyped. I saved up money for months
Mhm.
and I haven't gotten to see it. I haven't seen it since. Not one time. I'm the commissioner, so all the money comes through me. So I get whatever it is. It's like $50 a person. So a couple $100 come to me every year. I have to sit on it all year long just because I know at the end of the year I'm not going to keep it and I
Yeah.
have to give it to someone. It's awful. It is such.
And even when you win anything, it's like not doesn't feel like you actually won anything because you're just hanging on to it.
Yeah, you're just keeping the money. You're like, oh, well, this has been in my bank account for 6 months and I've just acted like it's not there. Now it's there. No, it stinks. Fantasy football kills you.